Hey guys, I wanted to check in and share these amazing surrounds with you. I'm in the Botanical Gardens in Cairns, so just on the Red Arrow track. It's 1.5 k's. It's not a huge walk, but it's there's quite a lot of steps involved. And anyways, it's fantastic. As you know, there's plenty of times, and sometimes very extended times throughout the CFS journey, that we're unable to exercise or really move our bodies. So I wanted to encourage you guys, even if you're in a very bedridden state at the moment, to look at what you can do. So even from bed, wriggling, just moving gently, getting the fluids and so forth in your body moving, just coming out of that state of inertia and gradually just getting a bit more movement into your life. Sometimes it seems so futile, when we think back to the way things were when we were well, or where we want to go in the future. And yet we seem stuck in this state where, you can barely sit upright or, walk to the toilet without feeling like you need to collapse, or without collapsing. Oftentimes we feel as though, our circulating blood volume is so limited that it's all down in our feet and there's nothing in our brains to sort of keep us moving. I remember times where I was just curled up in a ball and my heart was just doing these tiny little micro beats. It was as if it just had enough strength to beat this tiny little way and push enough blood just to the little bits of my brain to keep me alive. It was almost like this battle between just heart, brain, and somehow kept my vital organs going. But, I just felt like I was on the verge of death and nobody understood. Like, people just looked at me and went, "Oh God, get up, shake it off, get over it." So, I guess I just want to empathise with you. If you're in that state right now, I do totally get it. And at the same time, just give you hope that recovery is possible. Like, every little improvement adds up. It's like some people talk about the 1% solution or the 5% solution. You just need to turn your course a tiny bit. You don't need to right your whole ship, or turn totally around, do a 180. Just turn your course little by little, and that ship changes course a long way. Instead of running aground up ahead, it gets on track to where you're meant to be headed. Drastic times don't call for drastic measures. Don't do everything all at once. Our body's already really, really trying hard to maintain a sense of homeostasis with what it's dealing with right now. So be really gentle on yourself and just gently change your course. Once you start to get a foundation and you build like a strong momentum, you can make these changes a little bit more often. And also it's not as scary because you're not on the verge of a crash all the time. A really important thing to do, and I know everyone always says it, but we don't always do it, is just count your blessings. Look around, be grateful for everything that you have, because, like I say, do an assets inventory. Because we often look at all our losses, right? But we wouldn't be alive right now. You wouldn't be watching this video if there wasn't a lot of things going well for you at the moment. So despite all the crazy, chaotic symptoms, etc., that you might be experiencing, and all the distressing sort of knock-on effects going on in your life, there's lots going on really, really well to maintain your life right now. If you're still alive and you're watching this video, so start looking at all of that. Look at all the blessings. Look at all the amazing people in your life, even if it's just one. Look at the fact that you have a roof over your head, that you have a phone in your hand, that you're watching this right now, that you have access to information, inspiration, fresh water, all the basics. And then start adding to it. Start thinking, oh, hey, I can speak the English language. It's like a universal language. What else have I got going for me? And start adding that up. And like, just that sort of shift in your perspective makes a really, really huge difference to your mindset, the energy in your system, like your body, it's energy, and it just raises your vibration and then starts drawing those good things, more and more of that good stuff into your life. You start noticing it more and more, which then lifts you up again. Okay, not saying that this isn't a physical thing that's not going on, but we are all energy, and you know, everything physical is energy also. So really just work on just creating that shift little by little, and you'll start to build a momentum. Okay, there were plenty of times, years and years, where I wasn't able to do very much, you know, just to get out of bed, to get onto the floor, to do a few very basic core exercises was a monumental feat, okay? Nowadays I'm driving around, I'm independent, me and my dog, visiting friends up and down the coast, going to national parks, you know, things that I've always loved to do. So if I could leave you on one note, would just be do the little that you can do. Focus on the things that you can do and that you also love to do. You know, remember who you are. What do you love? Sometimes we forget who we are, you know? If knitting's not for you and you prefer to garden, well, get out and garden. It might be that you just have to sit there and like gaze at the veggie garden or the flower garden the first number of times. But then as you sort of continue to move in the direction of your life, you know, the life that you're choosing, then life has a habit of drawing you into it and pulling you forward, so you're not fighting against it. All right, guys, all the very best. Have a fantastic day. Bye.